Hey, it's Mike from blindsonline.com, and I'm going to show you how to install your brand new economy blackout roller shade. I've just unpackaged this one from the carton that it came packaged in. And along with the shade, you'll receive your mounting hardware. Okay, the mounting hardware consists of 2 brackets per shade. Now these are universal brackets. In other words, there's no right bracket or left bracket. You can use the brackets on either side. Right. They're also universal in the respect that they can be used for an inside mount, outside mount, or ceiling mount. So there's only one type of brackets. If they look something like this, then you know you've got the right brackets. Okay. Now this particular shade, this is what we call a clutch operated shade. It has a chain that you would pull to lift and lower the shade. This is our room darkening shade in the color ivory. Alright, so once you've unpacked the shade, we'll just set that shade aside for a moment. And we're going to pick up our one mounting bracket. Of course, we'll mount one at a time. And I'm going to show you first how to mount this shade as an inside mount. Inside mount meaning inside the window frame. Okay? We'll pick up the bracket, grab one of the screws, and place the bracket up into the window frame. Alright, now in this case I'm going to butt the top of the bracket all the way up to the top of the window frame. In some instances you might have to bring it down just a bit depending upon how long the shade is, because the longer the shade is, the fatter the roller is going to be, because you'll have more fabric on the roller. Alright, so you might have to fine tune this a little bit on installation. So I'm going to place this bracket up first just by putting 2 screws into the side of the window frame, just like you see there. And we're going to do the same thing for the opposite side. Just place the bracket the exact same way into the side of the window frame. Okay. And once you have your brackets in place, we're going to go back to the shade. We're going to grab that shade and start by inserting the clutch side. Now you could have ordered your shade with either the control on the left side or right side. In this particular case it's on the left hand side. So I'd like you to mount the clutch side or the chain side first. And what we're going to do is we're going to insert these 2 little pins into the vertical slots that are in the bracket. Okay, so we're going to insert those pins into the vertical slots and just pull down a bit, just a hair, just so that they seat themselves in the bracket. Once you have that inserted, go to the opposite side. You'll have a little pin that's on a spring mechanism. Okay, push that in slightly until it seats itself into the hole that's into the center of the bracket, just like so. And guess what? Once you've done that, your shade is installed. To operate the shade, simply pull on the chain, and that'll lower your shade. So we're only going to pull one side at a time. Pull on the opposite side of the chain to raise your shade. And when you stop pulling, the shade stops wherever you place it. That's the beauty of the clutch system. It's not like a spring roller where you have to keep pulling until it sets itself. This will actually stop. When you stop pulling, the shade will stop. Alrighty? Now keep in mind that on a clutch roller shade, you will have a bit of space on the side to accommodate that clutch mechanism. So if you're looking for a true blackout, you might get a little bit of light peeking in through this space here and the space on the opposite side. Okay, and if you have any additional questions on how to install your new roller shade, please give me a call. I'm Mike from blindsonline.com, and thanks for watching. Okay, now that we've gone through the inside mount installation for your new economy roller shade, I'd just like to give you a quick how-to on the outside mount and the ceiling mount for that matter. If you decide to mount this to the ceiling or up to the very top of the window frame, the same bracket that we utilize for the inside mount just gets mounted this way. Okay, so you would mount 2 screws directly up into the ceiling or into the top of the window frame. Very straightforward. Again, then you would just place your shade into the brackets the exact same way as we did for the inside mount. If you choose to mount your shade on the outside mount, then I would recommend applying the brackets to the edges of the molding, just like so. Pre-drill your holes so that you don't split and crack your molding, and install the shade the exact same way we did for the inside mount. Now you may choose to mount this up above the molding. If you decide to do that, just be sure and order the optional spacer block. That block will push the bracket out far enough away from the wall so that the shade doesn't interfere with your window moldings. Okay, we place the block right behind the bracket. That is available on our website as you check out as a no-charge option. Okay, very straightforward. Installs the exact same way. We just bracket placement is slightly different. If you have any additional questions on how to mount your shade outside, feel free to call me, Mike from blindsonline.com. Thanks for watching.